your sister in the head. Chur. You're going to have to wake up soon. Yeah, you will. Hello, Koda. What you doing? Just casually checking on your fans, are you? Yeah, no one's there. It's all right. No one's there. You don't have to worry yet. Go back to doing what you're doing. Chewing, numbing, licking, prodding. I'm not sure what you were doing over there, but you got no fans yet. No one cares. Sorry, that broke your heart. Did it? No. Back to the licking. I'll let you know when someone comes to see you. You'll crack up, cut up. Don't do that. Yeah, even he wasn't a fan. What you looking at me for with those big little eyes? Oh, look. Did you know you got some fans in there right now, Koda? You're staring at it like you know. Huh? What you doing, Pupper? What you doing, big bum? Oh, look, you woke up your brother. You woke him up. Oh, mate, this dog's a show pony. She's like, put it in my face, rest it on my head. As long as I'm getting a scratch on the back, I'm all good. What's going on? Cute face. Little cute face. Hey, everybody. Where you from? Little scratches, little scratches. She looks like the bugger dog. Who remember? Oh, I don't know. I think you might have to be a Kiwi to know what the bugger dog was. Who remembers the old bugger dog? You know, the old one where he leaps off the back of the truck, the Hilux, ends up in the dirt, Looking a bit like that. Come on, someone must remember the old bugger dog. If not, YouTube that. Kiwi specialty right there. Should we get a stick? Should we get a ball? Should we get a toy? How about some bones? You want a bone? Want a stick? Oh, no, you're just hearing a car. Wait, we'll wait till the cars pass and we'll carry on our little see what she wants game. I don't know if you can hear it. Cars going past now. And it's gone. You want a ball? You want a stick? You want a toy? You want to walk? You want a bone? You want a belly rub? You want a pet? You want some loves? You want some loves? Oh, you can have some loves. Dog don't move for nothing else. Not a stick, not a bone, not a ball. Just the loves. Hey, just the loves. Partially because she's a fat lump, but you know. You're in shape, Koda. Round as a shape. Belly rubs, belly rubs. She's smiling right now. Some people will tell me that licking is a warning sign and be careful. But actually, not with this one. She's getting a dry mouth from the smiles. Look at her teethers. Little teeths. Cute little teethers. You big smiley bum. Oh, yeah, big smiles. Big grins. Oh, happy dog, happy dog. Look at those cute teeths. Cute teeths. Straighter than mine. You got such a big smile, Koda. Tickle, tickle, tickles. There's an eyeball down there, hiding, pretending to be asleep. Yeah, I see you're awake. I see you're awake. Unlike this one, he is coma. He's not moving at all. You. Teevers. Rah, rah, rah. Big slaps. Looks like a rabbit in her eye. The reflection looks like a bunny. Oh, then it looked like a bird. Should we go outside? Outside. Should we go out the house? Should we go to the bush? Go get a bone. How about a possum? You don't move for much, Cody's. Safe. Hey, Bubba. Isn't it amazing how white dogs' teeth stay for so many years when they don't brush them or anything? It's pretty incredible, really. What you doing down there, Codes? I'm watching you. Yeah, and you're watching me. Cute face. Rub that belly. Rub it. Still awake. Oh, this one's a girl. This is Cody's. Koda. And this is Wazzy the boy. Oh, Wazza. He's passed out. He's already gone for their morning hunt on his own. Caught them a little possum, which he gives to her. Because he's a good brother. Goes for the hunt and catches for her because she won't catch nothing but she'll eat it. And because you're a big sook. Not sure what you're gonna do when your brother's gone, but you know, she'll use and take advantage of that while she can, that's for sure. Hey, let your brother hunt for you. What a shame. You hunt your own possums, mate. Look at those cute teeth. You got a good set of gnashes on you there, Koda. You want a stick? Want a ball? Oh, the funniest thing, I actually gave her a ball the other day. She's a farm dog. I gave her a ball from like the pet store. She was so scared. She did not know what to do with it. I didn't really think it was in their nature to be scared of a ball. Hey, you'll hunt an alive possum, but you'll run for your life from a little rubber ball, won't you? Yeah, I'd be embarrassed too and smile like that too. You look like a right cheesy dork right now. Yeah. Should we go out the house? Should we get out of bed? Well, not me, but you. Should you get out of bed? You thinking about it? Thinking about getting out of bed? Looks like it's hard work thinking about getting out of bed. You know, it's lunchtime, Koda. It's lunchtime. The sun is full out. She don't care. Neither of them do. Should we go? Oh, are you moving? Are you thinking about getting out of the house? Come on, let's go. Come on. Yeah, think about it. Let's go for it. Oh, good girl. How about you? You gonna come? He says, no, I'm gonna dream. Doggy dreams, doggy dreams. Running through some field of greens. He must be on the biggest venture in his dreams right now. I reckon he's off hunting a possum in his dreams for his sister. That's what he's just gone and done this morning. Now he's resting. Big old running dreams. Oh, where you running to, boy? Get back here, get back here. You're too fast. I kid. All right, Cody's. I'm coming outside with you, don't worry. All right, where are you, Cody's? What are you doing? What are you bloody doing? Ashy boy. Come say hello, Stash. Big ol' shakes. Well, the cat thinks it's food time because we've come out. Because Koda's alive. Bit of the countryside for you. Beautiful day up here. Where are you off to? Where are we going? We'll give you some privacy there, dog. Chicken's having a roast. Trying to find the remnants of a possum. But I tell you, there's none left. Big hawk out there flying around. Can't have our baby chickens, mate. Yeah, fly off, mate. We definitely don't need you stealing our baby chooks. Yeah, it's beautiful out here today, Mandy. Gorgeous day. keeping an eye on that bloody hawk out there. Koda, you're hopeless. You didn't even bark or nothing. You didn't meow? You guys didn't even let anyone know there was a hawk there. It's your fella's babies. Bloody hell. Oh, now you want to meow. Now that I've chased the hawk off. Hopeless animals. Oh, damn straight. Yeah, hell yeah. They'll handy pick up the chooks. Not the fully grown one. I mean, it would take a pretty hearty hawk and a fightless chicken to get a big one, but yeah, definitely the babies. I'm just trying to find where I was at to show you how little they are. They're almost at the point where mum has had enough, but yeah, at that point, that's, you know, that vulnerable time where they could get stolen. Yeah, out of our first clutch of chickens, we only got left with one, but the last lot we've kept our eye on a lot. Yeah, well, hawks, I guess, are like baby eagles and stuff. My mate, it's not a funny story, it's all right. So, I mean, anyone with trigger warnings or worrying, whatever's like, it doesn't turn out bad, but it sounds a little bit horrible in the beginning. So my friend had a little French bulldog puppy, 8 weeks, 10 weeks old, you know, when you first get it from its mum. And a hawk came along and picked it up when it was out going toilet for the first time in the yard, picked it up, and of course the bro and all his mates and family go running through the bush trying to chase after this thing, and the hawk let it go. But I mean, yeah, they definitely pick up little animals, and they did find the puppy when they let it go. They managed to get it in the bush. It was okay. It fell through some trees and brushes and didn't hurt itself at all. But yes, no, it was a little bit frightening there for a moment. Crazy, eh? My great auntie cracks me up. You go out into her yard and she's got hundreds of chickens, like hundreds of them. But if she hears a hawk or anything, like her roosters will start like making this hell of a noise and all the hens start scampering around trying to run for cover. And you'll see my great auntie out there and she's like got a mirror and she's like shining mirrors up and she's like shaking plastic bags and making a horror of a racket trying to like scare them away. Oh, it's so funny to watch. I'm like, you're way too old to be doing that stuff. Like, let's just pull out the gun and shoot it. She's like, no, you can't shoot them. They're native to New Zealand, so you get in a bit of trouble for that. So unfortunately, you just either have to persevere and just be careful. Keep your chickens in coops until they're big enough, you know, and then free range them, or set up a hawk plate. I don't know if you've heard of a hawk plate, but it's where you set up like a pole quite high up on your property, like concrete that shit in, and a flat top on it, and when the hawks are out, you make it evident to them that you're feeding them, and you put it on the plate, and by doing so, they'll leave your flock alone, but you have to keep feeding them. That's the only thing. Hawk spray, yeah. I don't even know if there's a thing, but imagine you'd have to spray it quite high and be quite precise with your aim. Hawk spray. I wonder if you can make it, or like, I mean, you could put nets and stuff out across where you're free ranging your animals, but I mean, it depends on how much work you really want to put into things, I guess. This place here isn't mine, it's my cousin's place. I'm just sort of house sitting at the moment. This cat's under my feet because I think he thinks it's dinner time, even though it's only lunchtime. I know, but it's smart. It's actually a smart thing to suggest there, Mandy. Like, as soon as you said it, I was like, well, they make bear spray. Like, why can't they do a hawk spray? Like, surely there's or even like something that would deter it, you know, and maybe you just like douse the tops of your trees or something with it, or like the areas that you don't want. I don't know. I don't know what I'm really thinking here. Too outside the box, I think. Make us one, Mandy. Make us a hawk spray for us Kiwis. Yeah, my house, my actual house, if you look all the way out, which mountain range? So that mountain range there, it's about 60 odd Ks in a direct line, but you can't drive that. Instead, you have to drive all the way around, like, and then back up there. And it takes an hour and 10 minutes. But yeah, my house is definitely way more boondock and rural than this place is. Thank you, DSMJ. It is very beautiful up here. Very beautiful. In the mornings, you get like different layers of fog running through these. And sometimes it looks like this one's a lake running down into here, and then it sort of wisps off to the side behind these trees. So it actually looks like lakes in the morning. It's really cool. We do shoot guns in the air without aiming at hawks, because we shoot possums and turkeys and other things that are wild around here. And there's loads of wild pig in the bush, loads of them. Heaps of hunters out there all the time with their dogs and their compound bows and things like that out there. So you'd think it would deter them, but hawks are pretty, I guess because they can fly and they're so big, they don't really give a fuck. Just gonna grab a drink. Excuse me, Cody's. Good girl. Whereabouts do you stay rurally? What part of the country, what part of your country, sorry, are you in? That's all different fireplaces that you can see in a big pile out there, all cast iron fireplaces, but this is the one that we use at the moment, and put a hot plate on the top and cook off it. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh yeah, beautiful down there. Funny, I'm coming down those ways well, any day now. I'm just, when my cousin gets back, I'll be heading down to the Waikato. My dog's staying down there. My dog lives down there, but yeah. My mum had a cat that used to catch all sorts of crazy things, and I think the craziest thing her cat brought in up in Taipa, which is like far north, you know, was a lobster, and we didn't know at first. We did not know. I just wake up to hearing like this dum 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 dum. What the fuck is that noise? You know, so you sort of like get up, open up the hallway door. I shut that door straight away. I was like, oh hell no! The cat brought in a lobster bigger than it. Like that's what the dum dum and the was the cat like dragging it, and then its own claws trying to like grasp hardwood floor to get the hell back out the other end. But you know, cats, man, cats are crazy. And eels are big, man, and slimy. Yeah, and the cat used to bring in those massive, like, I forget what they're called. I think they're like this big, you know, the big, not our tarantulas basically here in New Zealand, you know, like the what are they called? The huntsmans and like the big, like the ones that you see in like Titirangi and stuff, you know. Yeah, her cat used to bring those in, man. Terrifying. Terrifying. So only thing I'm actually afraid of is spiders. So yeah, when that cat brought in spiders like bigger than the sole of my foot, I was not having it. I think I started sleeping in a tent when I'd go stay at my mum's from then on. I was like, hell no. I'd rather a tent than a house with a cat that brings stuff like that in. Burn it down, I say. Yeah, Hundy. Hundy Mandy. So what are you up to today? Anything exciting? Anything fun? Is it as beautiful down there as it is up here today? So your name, Paint with Mandy. I'm actually a master painter by trade. Tell me a little bit about your name. Is it because you actually paint, or is it just some generic name that you just chose because it was easy, or? What are you painting today? Yeah, Waikato, eh? Yeah. I remember that this time last year being down there. I bought some of my goats back from up there last year, some of my rescue goats. But yeah, I do remember it being very cold, very cold. It's cold here at night. It's because we're so far up. We're above most of the mountains, as you can see. There's only a couple of high ones above us, but it definitely gets cold, but nowhere near as chill. That chill factor of the Waikato, I feel. It's like a deep cold, eh? I love that. You like, I actually paint. You know, that's cool. That's cool. Do you paint anything in particular? Oh, yeah, okay. Sci-fi, some custom. Oh, that's cool. That's cool as. I don't really do too much drawing and stuff these days, but I used to back in the day. I used to draw heaps of stuff and be quite good artsy fartsy, but not so much these days. I paint, I can, not trying to be cocky or anything, but I can paint virtually anything with anything. I've painted swimming pools, I paint houses predominantly, I've painted warehouses, cars, shoes, paintings, guitars, you know, like pretty much anything. Yeah, I've been painting since I was, goodness, I want to say about 6 or 7. Started painting, actually house painting, because my dad was like, owned his own house. It was a piece of shit house, but he owned his own house, and so he was just like, oh well, if you want to paint, like, do what you want to your room, you're the one who's got to live with it. So yeah, I had a pink room back then, and naturally I wasn't too keen on a pink room, so I quickly changed that to white and black, and yeah, I sort of stuck at painting and stuff from then on. But I got quite creative back then when I was young, and I wanted everything to be matching, so I took all my drawer handles, had to learn how to paint plastic and what sticks and all that stuff, and I used to pull my Hot Wheels cars apart and paint those. And yeah, I used to love painting as a kid, so naturally I just sort of ended up following suit. But no, that's really cool to come across another painter. It's not very often, and it seems ridiculous to say that, doesn't it? Because like, you see art, you see paintings, you see houses that need painting and stuff all the goddamn time. But it's just not very often that you actually, oh shit, you're a painter too. How long you been painting? Might have to pay you to do something for the page, for the animals. I want to put a little goat canvas in the back of the chicken house, and a chicken canvas or chicken painting in the back of the goat house, you know, because they're all family. And the goatel, that's what I call it. Oh yeah, that's choice. It's good that you stuck at it too, because I do know a few people that used to draw and things like that, and then, you know, have kids or just get a job, and it takes away from all of their passions and hobbies and stuff. So it's really good to see somebody else still pursuing theirs. Proud of you, Mandy. Good on you. Have you got like a Facebook page or like an actual website or anything where people can go and check out like what you're actually doing, or you just like word of mouth? People just have to know you to know where to find it, or because if you want, you could chuck up whatever your page is, and I'll just tag it in the bottom. Pin it down the bottom. Sorry, I'll move the camera a little bit. Something a little bit better than my foot. Just doing something that requires more brain power and hand power than I thought. Oh, jeez. Oh, where did that go? One moment, guys. find a stand. Might be a little bit more user friendly actually having a stand. Take this case off 1 sec. Oh yeah. Yeah, some things they take longer than others to get around to, and some things you think you might not necessarily need or whatever, and then you decide you need soon enough and you start working on it. But yeah, I remember those struggles when I was setting up my painting company. It's like, do I set up a website? Do I stay word of mouth? Do I just use a Facebook page? The dog tricked me. She made me think that I'm going to go for a walk in the bush, and she's just like ditched me. Just came out, went for a walk on her own, just left me here. Oh, they're notorious for doing it, but usually, like, every morning, when my cousin's not here, rather, I try to, you know, keep the dogs happy, because Wazzy, the old boy who's sleeping in there, he's an old boy, he's like 12 or something, so he obviously really misses his mum when she's not around, and this is like the first times that she's not taking him places, because he's getting older and just not liking the car. And so, yeah, so he's been staying with me, so I try to, like, chop and change things up a little bit. So I've been getting up and just going for a little bit of a walk. My cousin's got 50 odd acres here, but we definitely don't walk that. I could, but he wouldn't handle that at all. So we usually walk up to like the top Taranaki gate through the bush there, and I get about 20 steps in and I look and the dogs are gone, and I'll just stop like, oi, where the bloody hell you gone, you little dicks, you know? And then I look up ahead and you'll see little Wazzy's grey face appear somewhere in the bush, and he's like, I'm just here. I'm waiting. You just got to catch up like 300 yards. Oh, too funny. And the other day, or the other week, when I was house sitting, the cat decided to come for a wanderoony with me, which surprised me the most. He never comes, and I could just hear this meowing, and I look back and here's Starshy in the bush. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, my cousin should be back soon. Hoping so. The animal's definitely missing her. Look at that. I don't know if you can see, the cat is climbing on the fireplace right here, and it's hot. I've had a fire this morning. It's hot. Silly boy. It's like he thinks there's food up there. But there's not, because I've done no cooking on the fire today. Some mornings I'll cook the dogs, like their dog roll. Cook it up on the fire for them. Or they get these meat packs from Pack and Save. Sometimes they've got like bones and like these little mince packs in it for like, oh, thank you. Yeah, it is a cool shirt. I got it given to me actually when I was down in the Waikato, funnily enough. Yeah, sometimes I cook the dogs their food up just to like give them something different, keep them happy in the morning and whatever. But not this morning, so I don't know why he was up there. Yeah, the shirt reminds me of the old like metal symbol people used to do and stuff, you know. You don't really see people doing that anymore these days. Yeah, it's a pretty choice. T-shirts that some go through heaps of up here. Sometimes I have to get changed a couple of times in a day. We're completely off grid up here, so pretty much when it's dark, it's dark. I mean, it's light. And so it pays just to get up when the light's out because you're going to utilize and stuff. You know, you go down there and you think it's all good, and then the goat's been rolling in God knows what, or the dog's come back and leapt all over you. Yeah, I don't actually know where the t-shirt came from. At first, I thought maybe it was like a Temu shirt when I got it given to me, but it's actually not a Temu shirt at all. You know, Temu have some like weird ass funky designs and stuff in some of their shirts I've seen with some people wearing them, but I don't know where it came from. Dog must have been on the road. There was a beep. She must be walking her ass back from the koda. That sounds really bad, like I'm a shit owner. It's, as you can see out here, it's pretty desolate, logging trucks and stuff, and everyone knows the area. Like, you don't very often get people that don't live on this road, and there's not very many of those people either. So yeah, the people that work in and around this area know there's always chickens and shit on the road around here. Do it! Do it, oi! You should make t-shirt designs. That'd be boss. That'd be mean, yeah. Bring back some old retro shit from back in the days and like modernize it a little bit. Funk that shit up. What would I make as my own shirt design? To be honest, I'd definitely have to have something with bone. Oh, both dogs are out. Check it out. Oh, Wazzy was out too. Hey, Wazza. Leading your brother astray. Mischief. T-shirt. I definitely have bones or something like a skull collection or something for sure. But yeah, a little bit retro and funky with heaps of like maybe some watercolors or something. Some dripping watercolors off some skulls or something, maybe, I don't know. Or even like the old Japanese style, like art is quite funky with some like watercolors thrown in there, you know. What about you? What would you make if you could design your own shirt? My dad used to do screen printing. He's actually it's one of his trades that he's got. Oh, yeah, that's cool, yeah. Psychedelic, definitely. I've got some fucking cool sweatshirts from, where was it? I was going to say Harvey Norman. It's not even one. Hallenstein's. As you can tell, I don't hit shops very often living out these ways. But, yeah, back in 2020 and between 2020 and 22, I think, they had a really cool collection at Hallenstein's with like the mushroom shirts and all that sort of shit. Yeah, I had heaps of them, like pretty much every style that they had for that season. But my house up here actually got robbed in the middle of nowhere with 6 people that live on my street. Turned out to be the PD workers that were like paid to mow the mid-eye lawn on our road. And yeah, I got home and I had no fucking clothes left. I was like, what the fuck? Only odd socks. Only my box of odd socks was left. But you gotta laugh. Someone obviously needed it more than I did. Alien skull zombies. Yep. Yeah, definitely those are cool. I'm funny. I'm not a big alien person when it comes to like watching faking gay movies. You know what I mean? Like, actually, I'm just not about faking gay movies. Heaps of those super realism ones that it's too unreal to be real and stuff. Like, I'm not really about that sort of life. But those ones that are based on true stories and shit, or like made back in the day that seem way more realistic, I'm all about those sort of. Yeah. Design wise, definitely cool designs. I had a profile picture on Facebook that was my face as a zombie for a while because a friend of mine, he's a really good comic and stuff. He's been doing that shit for years, and every Halloween he'll do like a thing. If you just comment on it, he'll draw your face Halloween style, whatever his theme is that year. And yeah, it was zombies, so I was like, yeah, fuck, I'm into that. So I got him to sketch me out something, so that's pretty cool to have. There you go, the pick hunters now as I speak. Oh, it's a good breeze out there. I was gonna say you don't believe in aliens, eh? You go UFO watching, yeah? But I might have some videos that could sway your mind. Like I spend so much time up here looking at the sky that some of my Auckland friends call me No Moon Little Smoke. Because I was going on for so long about there being no moon and about how it would come up in the wrong place and go back down an hour later in the same place it's come up on the west side, which we all know the moon rises in the east, sets in the west, just like the sun, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, some weird shit happens in the sky if you're actually looking at it. And yeah, so my mates give me heaps of shit. They don't believe it. That's why they call me Little Smoke, because they think that I'm just talking a little smoke. But yeah, they came up one time, and sure enough, the moon was playing its funny games, and I was like, "Oi, check this out!" The sun was still on the horizon. You could just see the orange glow, and the moon was above it for like an hour and a half. The sun disappeared, and then the moon went right back down where it came up, and no one could say anything. Just like, what the fuck, Some weird stuff happens with the moon and shit. But actually, funnily enough, in the Waikato, I've got the most amount of videos of weird paranormal skeptic, whatever you want to call it, like sky sightings and videos on my phone. And they've been so hectic that I've actually got like, I've been so vocal and so excited at like 10:30 at night, and there's like this retirement home. Bless them. There's this retirement home like just across the road from where I stay when I go down to the Waikato. And like I'm out there and I'm like, oh look, yeah, making this horrible racket. And like next thing, old Helen's out the house, Emma's out the house, the oldies across the road are peeking out the windows and shit, like having a geeze. And had someone pull up one day to drop us off something because he was in the area, and I'm not usually in the area, so he pulls in to come see me. And next minute, I'm like, bro, come down here, like stop at the end of the road. And by this point, it's like 11:30 at night, and I've got him stopped on the side of the road checking out these weird things. And no joke, it's like you'd see like this orb like come in this, like not even an orb, it's not even, it's actual on like headlights of like a Chevrolet in the sky, like just one solid beam of light coming out the front of it. No red and white flashings, no tail light, just the fucking beam out the front. And it comes in this way, and then all of a sudden you see this other thing start appearing in the distance, and then the headlight gets brighter and brighter, and then this other one comes in, and then it turns into this big bright, and then they're all gone. And it doesn't matter which fucking direction these things come from, they all head in towards this one. I call it like a black hole, because it's like they just get there and then they disappear. There's no headlights, no one ever goes back. They don't, yeah, it's out the gate, or it's out the gate. And that's just looking, if you're in like Morrinsville sort of area, looking up towards the back of the Bombay Hills sort of way. Yeah, man, it was out the gate. And I don't know if a little while ago, and yes, I did say next minute, tripped me out when my fucking 7-year-old granddad said that. I was like, eh? Yeah, this fucking one time, do you remember, it must have been about 3 months ago, maybe a bit longer, I don't know how long I've been trapped back up here for now, but yeah, about 3 months ago or so, there was in the news about 6 o'clock at night, this weird orb that just appeared, hovered its way all the way from like the Waikato through these paddocks, this glowing orb all the way, and it was seen down in like Taranaki and shit. I don't know if you remember that. I'll find the thing, I'll make it a little short about it later on so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'll see how much interest it gets. I'll make a little short with a couple of little flips of some alien footage, and it's worth making a video. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the moon thing tripped me out so badly, I went to the Stardome Observatory in Onehunga. And I was asking them, I went to a Queen tribute, so like it wasn't even necessarily about the moon or anything. Like obviously they're showing you constellations and doing some cool shit up there, but yeah, it was just this cool like musical thing there. And at the end of it, they ask you if you want to ask any questions, and I was like, yeah, but not about the show, just sort of about the moon. And so I asked him, and he was like, yeah, that really can't happen. And I was like, you know, but like here's a video, like, and I pulled out this video and I showed him this video of underneath before I moved up here, because I started noticing this weird shit with the moon about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And yeah, so I showed him this one of me living in Auckland City, looking out at the Waitakere Ranges, and you can fully see the moon going down over there at like 9:30 at night, which is just not normal. And it had just come up there too. Like I was sitting there watching it, which is why I was tripping out, because I was like, why is the moon rising behind the Waitaks? Like that just does not happen. And yeah, so I showed him the video and he told me that it was AI. I said, I fucking videoed that myself. Yeah. So I'm sort of waiting for the rest of the world to catch up shit that happens and people to start talking about it. I mean, fuck, if it happened with the sun, imagine that. Imagine the sun didn't come up in the east. All those people on the beaches on the eastern front would be like, the fucking world is over. The world is over. But, you know, not very many people are actually out looking up at the sky at the moon. But out here from like 6 o'clock in winter, it's pitch black. Pitch fucking black. There's not a street sign, street light, fucking traffic light, fucking any light that's plugged in power for miles out here. Like, I can't even tell you. Our nearest telephone or signal receptor for phones is all the way on the top of that mountain, all the way over there. I can see it with my eye from here, but I don't think you guys can really in the video, but yeah, like we're miles from fucking anywhere. So when you go outside for a wee or like anything at nighttime, or wander over to like that outdoor kitchen thing out there to go get water and stuff, like you look up at the sky and sort of like stand out for a minute, or like I usually stay down in the bus down the bottom, and I'll come out. My goats are down there, so I'll go and sit with the goats for a bit and just look at the sky. And the amount of things that you see moving up there that are higher than any of the planes and stuff that fly around here, which isn't very often. You can hear planes for a start, but these things that you see that are like silently moving around and shit, like, yeah, I really don't know what the fuck they are, and I just love wasting my time watching it. But yeah, I'll make a little short and see what people think about it. Yeah, yeah, fully. Like it makes me wonder like weird shit, which like I think probably can't be, but like it just makes me wonder like are we in an enclosure, like we keep rats and pets and things like that, you know? Are we in some enclosure and they've like spun the cage around to clean the other side quickly before they flip it back around and put us all back where we should be, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, it's just weird that the moon just isn't where it should be sometimes. And I mean, I know I'm not stupid, okay? Like, I know about tides and fucking moon charts and all that stuff, and I know that the moon isn't always, it does, you do see it in daylight and stuff like that, but you don't see it in daylight just start backtracking across the sky. Because, like, if people were watching that, they'd be like, the fuck is going on? You know, but yeah, at nighttime, it's like under the cover of darkness, some weird shit happens with Mother Nature and some skeptical paranormal stuff. Oh, it's out the gate. Yeah, maybe one day when I'm down the Waikats next, I'll post up a live location for some UFO spotting, and we can all meet up there at the back of the pub car park or something in Murray, and I'll show you fellas firsthand for yourselves, because like, it's 100% legit. Like, sounds bona fide, fucking crazy. But next minute, you guys are all like, "Oh, check it out." Next minute, you guys look like the crazy ones, because you'll be believing too. Trust me, you will be believing. Yeah, like, you know, satellites, and again, they're way up, right? They're way up above where planes are. So you know satellites, and they go a certain way, and they follow a straight line. But these things don't, like, they don't. They're like, they come along, and then all of a sudden they're like up here in your camera, and then they're over here, and then they're gone, and it's what the actual. Yeah, it really trips me out. I spend a lot of nights out in the Waikato having a geeze in just that one spot. In fact, I go out every night at 10:30 just to see there's like 2 or 3 of us out there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few flashes of lights in the sky. And I mean, that could be, generally comets are orange or I think red based, like that's what follows them. Or like whatever, comets have a different one to like an asteroid, or you know, depending on what the particulate is that's breaking up, they break up in different things. So who knows, it could have been like a plastic or metal object that's flown from a fucking debris site up in space, you know, because things do fall out of the sky sometimes. Generally they collide into other planets, but sometimes they do fall out, you know, and come careering down. No, they have this place in the middle of the ocean where there's like a giant magnet in there. I don't know if you know, but that's where they collect most of them that can't be reported. Done all this fancy shit these days, like got these things that can relaunch themselves and re-land or whatever. But before that time, we didn't have those skills. So a lot of things, when they had to come down, they had to come down safely. So they'd come down in a place in the ocean that was drawn by the weight till they'd come over the certain part in the sky, and then they'd cut the whatevers and it would fall out and be drawn to the super magnet under there. But some of those debris are plastics and whatever. So I imagine if they're falling through things in the sky, it would burn up a different color than like an orange comet or meteor or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Weird stuff happens. And I mean, that could just be like an army deployment where they've launched like a missile or something, that they just didn't want us to know about. That may not necessarily be alien stuff, but that's obviously governmental stuff. So technically, it could be alien stuff as well that they're following. But I mean, if there's a black chopper following it, generally that leads me to think that it's military or something based. But as we've come to learn now, we also know that that is a lot to do with Area 51s and shit overseas, isn't it? Fucking military based and commanded and controlled. And if they'd just been honest with us from day one about what they're finding in these other species and things, I feel like one, people would be less scared because they would have had a whole lot more time to deal with these things in life. And two, they'd find it easier to believe certain things or would surely have more technologies or other things available in our readily usable ways or whatever, because we would have known and been able to try things for ourselves or learn things for ourselves, but they've like hidden all this shit from us. And then it makes you wonder what the fuck else is actually even true. That's why I moved out here. Like, at least if New Zealand floods will be one of the last. And hopefully all my friends and family and people that know me know that they'll have somewhere to go to if shit really does hit the fan. And animals too. Animals too. But I'm rescuing the animals one by one. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool to see in the middle of the day. I've seen a couple of like questionable things, but it's really difficult in the daytime because you've got glare and like obviously a lot more traffic and stuff in the skies, people playing around with drones and kites and people letting things off and birthday parties with helium balloons and shit that does weird stuff in the sky. Like a couple of times I've been following a few things like, what is that red glowing, floating, blobbing thing? And it just turned out that it eventually burnt down and fell out the sky because it was one of those Chinese lanterns. So there is some normal stuff that ends up in the sky that looks like it couldn't be normal. Yeah, that's right. It definitely could have been a fallen satellite or something because it's something they'd want to retrieve. So if anyone's following anything weird like that, or you see planes flying right after some weird shit happens, it's obviously something that they want to retrieve or get their hands on, or something they don't want anybody else to know about. Yeah, just sitting and just looking at things, just being one with nature, I guess. Just being more in tune with things around you, just staring at the sky and the horizon, and even sometimes looking out into the bush, like you start seeing some trippy shit. And it's not anything. It's just shadows and shapes and stuff. But if you let yourself be for long enough, you start seeing spider webs like resonating in front of the hollow tree logs with like a shadow from a tree that's like refracting some of its sunlight down inside the fucking log, and you're looking through like a resonating like spider web that's wafting in the sunlight, speckling away, and you're like, fuck, did I just see a ghost like walk across that? And you go have a good like geezy gander closer and you're like, oh shit, no, that's just a massive ass trippy like spider web over some shadow and some shade with a little bit of sunlight trickling in. Oh yeah, is there? Oh, I feel like I should definitely have a geezy gander at that and maybe upload some shit because I have so much stuff. And when that massive comet came into Northland, 2022 or 23, I don't know, it's in the news anyway, you can Google it. But yeah, I was literally in my backyard like this. hoeing my driveway, and I get this phone call, and I pull it out, and it was my partner at the time, and all I got was Sam, like, and then the phone's dead. And I'm like, fuck, what the hell? So I'm trying to call them back, and I just straight to answer phone. I'm like, fuck, did they just crash calling me? Like, the fuck? Anyway, while I'm standing there, like, hoeing away in the yard, I look up, and this massive, it looked about this big in the sky, but it was miles, like, at least, like, 3 paddocks, like, big farm, industrial farm paddocks, that way, you know? And honestly, it looked like this big in the sky, and it came right across the top of the power lines, and it was like, and very slowly going down. And then after like 2 minutes, you just heard this, and you felt like a bit of like a in the ground. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, a couple of minutes later, all these comets and meteorites start flying into the same way, just tiny little ones that looked like this big in the sky, you know, tiny, nothing like the fucking soccer ball that was flying through. Anyway, my dad comes running over through the bush like 5 acres away from his house. And my partner arrives back. They pull up the car and run through this way. And we're all sort of meeting where I was standing there hoeing the garden. And I was like, yeah, man, you missed the biggest one. Like, because these guys, like, my partner had rung me to be like, fuck, there's some comets in the sky. Like, you should check it out. And then obviously we didn't even get to have that conversation because the phone just like died. And I thought that they'd crashed or something. So I'm at home, like, having heart palpitations, worried about my partner, thinking they'd like, something the worst had happened, you know, because we're not long moved up then. It was late at night. It was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night when they were coming back from Whangarei after doing all the shopping. Oh man, it was terrible. And so anyway, my dad gets there and I was like, bro, I've been texting you for the last 15 minutes since that thing went flying through the sky. And he was like, oh, you know, I haven't got nothing. And I looked down at my phone and there's no reception. And we didn't have any reception or no Wi-Fi, nothing for like 4 hours after whatever the hell that happened. But the thing is, the thing that's weird is, like I said, we're off grid. So like our reception shouldn't have anything to do with a power line getting crashed into because we didn't have that as our problem. We were running on power on like, you know, way up. It's not like yeah, it was all mobile networks and shit. So like anything that I don't know, it was just the weirdest thing. It was like radiation had like hit the area. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. So and then the next day they'd posted up in the newspaper, which is the first that like there was a talk about the comet shower or whatever that was happening. Because my dad knew about it. He told me that night when I was over at like 8 o'clock, oh, check out the comet shower tonight. And so that's sort of one of the reasons why I was still out that late doing my driveway. And also it kind of just needed to be done too. Oh no, I think I was clearing the section where the cabin was going to be built. But anyway, whatever needed to be done needed to be done, you know. So I was out there doing that and at the same time thought, oh cool, I'm going to see a comet shower. And then yeah, next minute it was like a fucking babushka flying through the sky. The next day they put out this big thing saying, oh yeah, don't go looking for it because you know, radiation, people could die from it, uranium and all this shit, like scaremongering. And then 3 weeks later, we all know in that 3 weeks, whoever is in control of that shit's already been through, scoured the area and taken what they want, the fucking good bits, you know. Maybe there might be a couple of little rocks left, space rocks or whatever it was that crashed. But yeah, 3 weeks later or something, they put up this thing saying, oh, in 2 weekends time or whatever, we're going to do a walk through the farmers' paddocks and it's taken us this long to get permission and wank wank bullshit. You know, that's what they were making out anyway. And yeah, there was this big community walkthrough where people would go through and pick up anything that they found that may have been space rocks. Yeah, up in Whangarei, out the back of like where Twin Bridges sort of is, like Titoki sort of ways heading out towards Dargaville, but yeah, like just on the intersection of like if you made a smack bang point on your maps between Kaikoui, Dargaville and Whangarei, it was sort of like came in there and then flew across the landing towards Dargaville ways. Like yeah, it was out the gate. And then yeah, we could go for a Wanderoonies fucking 3 weeks later if we wanted to and go for a hike, but I was like, no, I'm not going to bother doing that. They would have taken everything by now, surely. Like, and if I felt like if you did find something, they'd be like, let me take it for bagging and evidence and we'll give it back to you. And it's probably not something you'd ever get back. But I mean, yeah, if I wasn't like building off grid literally by hand, like laying fucking driveways with a spade, a rake, and a hoe, I probably would have. I probably would have gone for a walk, to be fair. But I had other priorities, and yeah. It was actually crazy. Yeah, we still talk about it sometimes to this day. Yeah, it was an insane one, I can tell you that. The biggest, it's definitely by far the biggest comet. I don't know if it was a comet or a meteor. I can't remember. I'll Google it and next time we I'll let you know. But yeah, cat, get off the bench. Get off, Stash. Get off there. Get off. Yeah, I never know if it was a comet or a meteor, but I'll check those facts, and next time we chat I'll let you know what it actually was. But yeah, biggest one I've ever seen. Biggest for sure. But yeah, you can have a little Google ski yourself if you want to. I'm sure you'll be able to find it easy enough. It was definitely 2022 or 2023 in Northland anyway, comet or meteor if you want to have a Google skiing. Have a look. There's probably some videos, like I didn't even get a chance to get a video because I was too busy trying to call my partner back because I was worried that they'd crash the car, you know. And then by the time this thing came in, it was like right at like hedgerow height sort of thing at the farm across the road and like tree height. And so once it had gone too far to my left, I've got like a massive bush block there, and so we couldn't even see it. Nah, we're not sure. We're not sure. We don't know what it was. We don't know what it was. But they claimed that that massive thing was a comet or a meteor. But I feel like they locked it down for so long that it's questionable. Questionable, for sure. Do you need a rooster? Anyone need a rooster? We've got too many here. Just thought about that because he was so bloody loud just then. And he's not even right outside the... Fuck, our roosters had a mad fight the other day. Shit. Was not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, 100% who locks down on a meteor. Like, surely we've had enough of those by now that people are almost bored of them. Oh, they're loud, eh? They are so loud. Have you ever looked inside a rooster's mouth? Weirdest thing. Weirdest thing. It's got like this tiny little slit that they breathe through. Makes you wonder how they swallow such big things. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They definitely can be pretty vicious. So the first rooster fight we had was like this little bantam rooster that my cousin rescued from the side of the road. His name's Rainbow. And him, he was the dad. He made all the babies first. And then his son Angel, who's the white rooster, he's double the size of Rainbow. When he got big enough, he was like, actually, I want the ladies now. It's my turn. And so they had a massive scrap. And like my cousin and her little son, who's like 7, they'd never seen a rooster fight before. And so they come down, running down to the bus, and they're like, oh, I think something's wrong with the roosters. And so I come up and have a look, and I was like, oh, yeah, it looks like they're having a bit of a fight. Hopefully they sort it out. And then I looked again, and I was like, oh, nah, fuck. Angel's red, like, because they thought that he was just dirty from rolling around in the mud with Rainbow. But I was like, no, that looks like blood, you know. And so then me and little Dejo get between them, and we separate them, running all the way down, run the tram right down the bottom, 5 miles all the way, and Rainbow runs underneath the bus. You can sort of just see the window of the bus all the way down. So he runs in underneath there, and we end up chasing Angel back up. We lock Angel in here in the house, in the actual house. Jesus Christ, he was shitting everywhere. But we locked him in the house until we could get Rainbow up, and then we put it took them both like 4 weeks to heal. But then Angel's just been the boss ever since. He's just like, whenever Rainbow comes near, he'll just run him off. They don't fight anymore. But anyway, Angel's now had his babies, hasn't he? And so he's made some babies. And now his baby, Jimbo, is bigger than him. And Angel's a big rooster, but Jimbo's bigger. And so now Jimbo's like, actually, I want to take on the ladies. But the funny thing is, he's beaten up his dad, so he's the head rooster, but he doesn't know what the hell he's doing with the girls. So he grabs him by the neck, and then he just falls off every freaking time. And it's like, bro, why did you even try and become the boss? Like, you're never going to make a fucking chicken. Oh, you're embarrassing yourself, mate. Yeah, I might put up a photo if I can get one of a chicken inside a rooster's mouth. It's pretty out of it. It's a weird little thing. There's that rooster in like Mexico, and he crows endless. Until he passes out. He's like, cock-a-doodle-doo, and then legit falls on his side. Mexican or fucking Portuguese, goddamn stuff. Oh yeah, I reckon they do want each other to shut up a bit. I definitely would like them to shut up a bit. So, but my cousin's got so much land here, and they just hang out right in the most annoying spaces. I'll take you for a walk. I'll see if I could show you inside their mouth. Let's go for the rooster. This is Clover. Tell me, rooster or chicken? What do you reckon? Is that a chicken or a rooster? We're all having this debate, by the way, if Clover is a chicken or a rooster. She's the only, she was the only baby there was get eaten by the hawks. So she stayed inside the house for a while because she'd get picked on by the bigger chickens. But she roosts on, it roosts on the ladder like a rooster. I'm pretty sure I can see talons growing on the back of her foot, his foot. Oh, you could be a rooster. Pretty sure it's going to be a rooster, but it should be crowing. He should definitely be crowing by now if it's a rooster, but he doesn't crow. So he is the same age as Jimbo over here on the chair, who's taken the head roost. Look how big he is. He takes up the whole seat. And this is a little Rainbow. Tiny rooster. So he's Clover's dad. Angel is his dad, the white rooster. But he made a white rooster. Yeah, I don't know. We joke whether it's Hermie. Like, does it? She knows that the rooster's going to go in the freezer, maybe? I'm not sure, but... Come on, one of you bastards crow so we can have a goose in your mouth. Oh, I've gone quiet now. I'm out here. Come on. Yeah, now Jimbo should go. Nah, he's going to make me a liar. Come on, Jimbo, give us a crow. Yeah, Angel's not even inside. Angel's all the way up around the driveway. I could hear him crowing up there. He doesn't hang out here anymore since he got his hiding a few days ago. Come on, give us a crow. This one attacks. He's the only one you got to worry about. Hey, Rainbow. Jimbo must know. He's like, I'm not even going to try and give Rainbow a go for his money because he's just too little. He's never even tried to fight Rainbow. It's like, and they're right next to each other, the two roosters. They just aren't usually like that. The big boy usually chases the other roosters away from all the girls that are hanging around. Come on, open your mouth. Fucking roosters. Been crying this whole time. Come on. Come on. Open that mouth. I wish I knew how to do a rooster crow. Come on. Just casually sat here squatting like a fucking rooster. It's just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Come on. Yeah, Crow, the cat's here. Look, the cat's here. You should be alerting the girls. He's like, bro, that cat ain't gonna do shit. Face this way, Rainbow. I have to go around the other side and then watch him turn around. I don't want to try and sneak in that gap, but I'm gonna. But he might attack me, so he might get a laugh. Oh, Jimbo, it's all right. Are you going to crow now you're standing up? Give us a crow, big mouth. Fuck, that was so klutz. That was so klutz. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to snap that for a short. Fucking dumbass. Dumbass. Come on, give us a crow. You're like, leave us alone. Assholes. Come on. Not you. And not you, you pretend. Oh my god, and now he's turned around. Just like I said, I'm gonna get up and he's gonna turn around. Come here. I'll put that right there, maybe. Come on, Rainbow. This way. Face this way. This way. This way! Not that way. Come this way, you little dick. Oh, mate. Just show us you're in it. Meanwhile, I look over at Koda and she's choking on a blade of grass. Silly dog. Fuck you, Rainbow. Oh, mate. Show us inside your mouth. Oh, I think I'm too far away. Oh, did you? This time. Come on, Rainbow. One more. You're a dick. Fuck. I tried. Hey, cat. Come on, Rainbow. Perform. Perform. Do the rooster squawk like I tell you to. It's way more difficult than I thought it would be. Oh, I don't think I'm close enough. I'm gonna sit here in a pile of chicken shit. It's delightful. Risking it for the biscuit. Oh, Hawk's out. Come on, Rainbow. Come on, Rainbow. You can do it. Come on. Come on, Rainbow. No, not the other way. Oh, mate. You're fired. You bastard. Turn this way. You're a dick. He's gonna do it again. Look. Come on, Rainbow. You're killing me. Cooking in the sun. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Right. Don't attack. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're friends. We're friends. We're all friends here. No, don't turn the other way. We're all friends. Come on, do a crow. Open that mouth. Come on. Oh, bro, what are you even eating up here? Your own shit. Come on. Come on. Just give us a crow and I'll leave you alone. Oh, that looks delightful. Come on. Oh, mate. Second I walk away, he's going to crow. Come on, just do it. Just give us a crow. One crow. Do you remember that TV show, The 100 on TV2 or whatever it was, a few years back? They called themselves One Crew. Go on, One Crow. Maybe that's what I should call the chicken coop. One crow in the go-tell. Oh, no, you're a dick, mate. You're a dick. We're not friends. Never feeding you again. No, he was not keen to perform. You got stage fright. Oh, Wes. Hey, old boy. Rub your bum. Oh, there you go, boy. He's followed me over here, but he's not performing. Oh, yeah, I suppose I should get you guys some water. That's going to be a fun one. The water broke the other day. So I have to, like, go around the back and, like, fucking jimmy up a quick water supply and run some water hard and fast because I need to get a new seal for the shower tap as, like 100 gallons of water just fires out, like, out the shower thing at freezing cold rates, so much speed that I can't even heat the water. So I need to, like, quickly fill the dog bowls and shit. But for now, if I have to do that, I'll just fill them up. Here you go, Bubba. Yeah, I see the kitchen's been drinking a bit too, huh? Delicious. You go, big drinks. To fill that jug, don't we? Yeah, the funniest part was I was in the shower. I just got out, got my towel, and I turned around and it was like starting to drip, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I didn't turn it off hard enough. So I just sort of like went to dunk, like tap it down, like to close the shutter off a bit more. And then the whole thing just came off and my whole towel me like saturated. And then you can't even just like get a new towel, get dry and dressed or anything. No time for shoes, just like run all the way. And I'll show you, it's rough, like, because it's like, so the water's like flying out. I had to run down around here, all the way around, and then there's like all this shit buried in the grass, and that's muddy, so muddy I can't even. And so there's me in this saturated wet towel, and like by the time I was done, I needed another shower. But I was like, that's gonna be tomorrow's job now. Just have another like get the baby wipes out and like wipe the mud off. Freezing cold, yeah, that was not ideal at all, but yeah, being off grid doesn't always have its benefits. So for now, I've just been like boiling water in this big like child witch's pot. See that massive pot? Like that's huge. Like me as a fully grown adult can climb inside that thing. It doesn't really look that big, but it's like yeah, it's pretty big. It's like knees halfway. So I just boil that straight on top of the fire. Like, it's just all it requires is a trip to town, but town's like an hour one way, and I don't want to just drive all that way just for one little rubber seal that goes in a tap. So I'm just waiting for the next day that we need to go shopping or get some dog food and stuff, and then I'll grab it at the same time. It's just not really ideal to have to go out there every other day and like fill things up and turn it straight back off in a hurry. Because we're rainwater, so if we run out, we run out. And the tanks are pretty full right now. Had so much rain last week, and then I think you guys got the rain. I could do that, but yeah, by the time the courier would like get organized to send it out here, I'll probably go to town anyway. I was thinking about going in today because kind of a bit bored and needed to get a couple of things, but nothing major. But no, I think I'll just wait it out. Yeah, good full tank. So at least if I do need to do the old cauldron pot on the fire, it's actually not too bad. It's not too bad. Off gridding. Just don't want to make it too hot because then you can't get in it straight away. And getting the cold water again is a mission to try and like top it up, to get it cold again. Just change the water and the chickens are already in it. I see the guard cat's doing a wonderful job. You're doing a wonderful job there, Starship, keeping that water nice and clean. The chickens have their own water, as do the goats, but Oh, yeah. Yeah, when no one's here, I like to take the shower with the door, like the shed door open, because then you can see, like, that is your view, just the mountains. So you're just, like, washing your hair and just looking at that and seeing the birds and shit fly around. It's pretty boss. It's a pretty boss way to have a shower. And then at least you got 3 walls and a roof on, so if it's raining, you don't really get that cold. Not unless you do what I did and break the shower and then have all that water torrent out at you like you're going down some kind of like Waiwera slip and slide. Oi, who remembers Waiwera? Oh, what even happened to that place, eh? The owners went under. I'm sure you heard about Waiwera. It's only the Parakai pools or whatever that's left now, isn't it? 2 water slides and a couple of pools. All the animals are thinking it's dinner time already. I feel like it's really not. It's not even close. Not even close, bro. So I say that Wazzy's like, yeah, fair enough, I'm off to fucking bed. Yeah, that's the one why we're hot pools. That's what I feel like when I boil the cauldron on the fire and like, oh, fuck, they closed, eh? Because the owners for like the last, maybe even longer, don't hold me to it, like 10 years, weren't paying their they weren't paying their staff and things, or like their lease and shit. That's hot. It's hot, chickens. Oh, it's burning fire. It's hot. Yeah, they weren't paying their lease and things like that, so they ended up closing because they weren't paying any of their staff and whatnot. And so the owners showed up one day and they had enough, and they just put padlocks on the doors and like a note saying, "Get in touch with us because we own this place, you're leasing it." And yeah, then there was a big call out not long after that because the leaseholders did a big runner overseas or wherever the fuck they went and just refused to do anything good about it. Yeah, fully. So it just got less and less staff, less and less food in their stores and things like that, or like their restaurant or cafes and things like that, and less ice blocks and whatever, because like merchandisers weren't coming out to replenish things because they weren't paying their last bills and whatever, and were promising, oh yeah, we'll do it next time. But they got 10 years in debt with everyone. Like everyone just kept believing their bullshit for like 10 years until finally everyone just kind of jimmied together, had enough, and shut them down. But then there was a big call out a while ago asking for tradies and things like that to come in and do some free work to sort of like replenish it because somebody else was looking at taking it over. And I thought, fuck yeah, I'll go in and I'll do some painting and shit. I've painted pools, like all good. I can paint a few more pools, no worries. But yeah, then the next couple of weeks I had a look, and then they revoked the call out for tradies to come and do some pool painting and whatever at Waiwera. And they turned it into, well, they were saying that some people, some Swedish people or something, had bought it to do like, or like a private spa retreat thing at Waiwera. And then that's the last I heard. I don't know whether they did or they didn't. That was about the time that I moved up here. So say like 4 years ago I heard that about Waiwera. But yeah, if anyone's got any updates as to what the fuck's going on with Waiwera pools, that might be interesting. Interesting conversation. But yeah, last I heard it was going to be a private house, spa, resort, retreat, fucking pamper place, you know? But yeah, I just remember that was like every Kiwi childhood's dream of Waiwera, you know? Even more so than Rainbow's End, I think. Oh, and the prices to go to Rainbow's End, don't even get me started on that shit. I haven't been in years, but my cousins have. And they said basically for her and her little son, who was 7, to go, which meant that they could only really play at the kids' area too, not even like the main Rainbow's End. They spent nearly $500, and that was for like a meal, like lunch, 2 drinks, morning and afternoon, and ice cream, and their 2 admissions. Like, what even is that? What even is that? Yeah, it was the big ass water park, and it had like the hot pools, the cold pools, like the children's little splash area as you went into the right hand side, and then they had an adult only pool into the right hand side, and then tucked deeper to the right. It was super super hot in that hot pool, and then they had the movie pool. Remember, as you came in next to the changing rooms, as you sort of came in slightly off to the right, you walked down to the changing rooms, and then they had the open roof pool behind that, which was sort of lukewarm, I think, or maybe that's at Parakai, that one. But then the changing room's just there, and then they had a big movie pool right fucking next to it. At Waiwera, you could sit on the edges because they had like steps and stuff built in, and it was like the family one. And then all the water slides down the back, the Coca-Cola Twister, and the black hole water slide, I think, was one of them, and the long drop or whatever it was, which I think was actually like the gammiest, like shittiest fucking water slide there was there actually, but all the kids could go on that one. It was like for all ages, but yeah, then the deep diving pool. Yeah, it was definitely a mean ass water park. Mean ass. And it wasn't too expensive from what I remember. But yeah, Rainbow's End, that's an entirely different story. Rainbow's End is like daylight robbery to go there. And half the time, from what I've heard from people, you go and like you're waiting in line for rides, or they shut down for maintenance, and you're waiting for them to open back up, and you don't actually get to go on it. Like unless you're going at like night rides where they open all the rides and have all the staff there. I think I've been told it's pretty shit. Like you don't get to go on the log flume if the roller coaster's open, and like vice versa. And then for $500 for 2 people's tickets, a meal, 2 drinks each, so 4 drinks in total, and 2 ice creams, $500, and that's for the kiddies area. The kiddies castle, whatever the fuck that's called at Rainbow's End. Yeah, it was $500. It was $478 to be exact. But you may as well round, and that's not including the gas to get there. I'm a bit of a thrill seeker, but I don't find thrill seeking when you're spending $500 seeking any thrills. That's asking for a heart attack in an entirely different way. Like, honestly, what could you do if you were given $500 right now? And actually, what do you want to do with just $500 to entertain yourself for the day? What would you do with $500 to entertain yourself for the day? Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, it's expensive. Amen. Yeah, I had to check too, Koda. No, they drove fast. I thought they were here too, baby. I thought they were here too. We are expecting a courier. Yes, we are, aren't we? Just plugging you in for a minute. There we go. So good. All right. Yeah. I don't even know what they have in there, to be honest with you. What is it, like a mini roller set that doesn't even go sideways or upside down? I don't even know. I actually couldn't have other than that. Koda, it's a pheasant. Dog's gone running for a pheasant. If you had one. Oh, that's crack up. Nice thought, though. At least you're thinking of them in advance. Hopefully that's a manifestation there for you, Mandy. Manifesting a nice date with a partner that you'll find soon. Yeah, I think if I had $500, what would I do with it for the day? I reckon if I had $500, I'd spend $100 on animal treats. I'd probably spend half of the day giving it to all the animals with any friends and family that were around at the time, and any strangers' animals, because I'm like that too. Like, I pull up in Whangarei, and if I've got some like treats or something in the car and I see a cute dog, I can't help but be like, is it all right if I give your dog a treat? Yeah, I'm notorious for that. Or, can I give your dog a ball? Or, do you need a lead? You know, like, always helping random people and the animals and shit. Even the odd stray cow, because I've got a whole fucking floor full of goat and cow nuts from when the mice got in my car. Chewed through the bottom of the bag, and now there's all these nuts under my seat. But they sort of come in handy a fair few times, so I've sort of left them there. Hang on, these dogs are barking. What's up? What are you barking at? Come on, Koda. Don't attack. Koda! Hey, it's the forestry. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fine. Fine, stay there and listen to the bloody logging truck. Keep listening. Oh, bloody animals, mate. Fear. Yeah, no one wants to jump straight into another relationship, especially if the last one wasn't that great. It's always good to take some time for yourself and just reflect and, you know, make some new goals and figure out where you actually want to go, I suppose, in the future with that. But yeah, sorry to hear that your relationship didn't work out, though. I don't know if you're happy about it or not, but sometimes it's not really the nicest of things you have to experience. So sorry to hear that you went through that. Oh, I feel like I'm going to have a mean as Mickey sunset tonight. G'day, Noodles, with the 6-7, 6-7, 6-7s. Far out. There's a lot of 6-7s in there. Spam alert, spam alert. You must be bored, Noodles. Fuck, if you're that bored, feel free to come up here and fucking slang a spade or a rake with me, bruv. Where you from, Noodles? Don't give us 6-7. Tell us where you at. Fill us in with some info. 6-7s don't really help us. We don't do maths up here. We're from Northland. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't understand that either, Mandy. It's like when you come out of a relationship, you're taking bits from the other person, and I feel like you just do that wherever you go, whether it's friends, families, relationships, it doesn't matter. Like you take on a bit of whoever you're around, whatever you're around, it becomes part of you. And I feel like after a relationship of any sort, whether it's a family breakdown or actually an actual relationship, I feel like you need to take those few minutes just to few months, few weeks, however long it takes you, just to reflect on what you actually want to carry forward that you've been doing unconsciously, because you sort of do those things unconsciously when you get in a relationship and you just sort of carry things on for too long that maybe you just didn't really realize, or things that were funny in relationships and things that, maybe other things don't find so funny, or like private jokes and whatever, I feel like you definitely need to take that time and sort of reflect on whatever you want to actually carry forward in life for sure, because sometimes it can be a bit of a trap, eh? But like that 6-7 fucking trapping. Come on, Noodles. Fill us in. Give us some fucking deets, mate. Not keen. Not keen. I might go chuck my phone on charge for a little bit. And I might do a live stream in like an hour's time or so, because I feel like it's going to be a fucking epic sunset tonight. And yeah, I'll do it when I'm feeding the animals and things, eh? So something else to have a geese and a look at. Oh yeah, sounds ominous. That sounds ominous. It could be highly negative. It could be highly positive what you've been through with that last statement there, Mandy. But yeah, personal change can always be good. Personal change can be hard, but I hope you get to wherever you personally want to get to, and whatever you want to change. You definitely sound like a capable and able person, so I'm sure you're going to get there. Nice to meet you too. Wonderful to meet you, in fact. But feel free to check back in an hour or so. I'll do a sunset and a dog at animal feeding. Might even wander my ass down to those goats. Feel like they want to see some people today. All right. Thanks for checking in, guys. Thanks for checking in. I'll stream in an hour. And it won't just be of a been a bit lazy on it today. It's just been too hot to be outside, really. So excuse the old shitty window view. But cheers. Cheers, guys. I'll see y'all in like an hour.